Uh-oh, we're getting interrupted.
Already.
Welcome to
Hi.
In the City, episode 5. I recently discovered that these microphones actually pick up music pretty well from our last episode.
Oh, nice.
We are in the city. I am your co-host, Nicholas Cabrera. Unfortunately, our co-host, Tony, could not be here today.
Mm-hmm.
I miss you, man. Love you very much. But we will see him again in our next episode.
Okay.
In the City streams live every Thursday at 3 p.m. right here from Miami Community News. Folks, I am very, very excited to introduce two very special guests today. I'm going to go with Flora Chang first. Flora,
Hi.
PharmD and Health Insurance Advisor.
That's right.
Flora, thank you for joining us today. You look lovely. I love your dress.
Thank you. I thought it was going to be
So
freezing
beautiful.
today.
Is it Gucci?
No, it's not.
Oh.
But it should be. Not kidding.
She's wearing it, so it might as well.
I'm wearing
It might as
It's
well be
mine.
Gucci, right?
Just saying.
It's mine.
And to my right is Dr. Abbey Hernandez of Elemental Living, and Flora, your doctor as well. So
Yes,
excuse me for not
that's right.
saying
Isn't
that.
Isn't that
funny?
interesting how you didn't know that before this
Yeah.
started?
You got to call me out
Nobody
like that.
knows that
Hilarious.
except for my doorman.
We
'cause
don't-
They
yeah.
get my mail.
Oh, so your doorman knows.
They know I'm a doctor.
They know
yes.
you're a doctor. Okay. And Dr. Abbey Hernandez of Elemental Living.
Yes.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Doctors, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's a great episode. We're going to be talking about holistic health today and how Abbey is transforming the healthcare industry with your amazing business located in Coral Gables.
Mhm.
And we are going to be talking about how self-care is sexy
That's right.
with Dr.
My
Flora
favorite.
over here.
My
Yes,
favorite.
her
My favorite
favorite too.
too.
Everybody's favorite.
I don't.
Yay.
I try to
Yeah.
take care of myself so I can look a little sexier, right?
Mhm.
I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Looks-
I,
it
a
looks
little
are.
green
It
jacket
looks
just
like
for you
Looks good
ladies
on
today.
you.
Well, ladies, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Mhm.
We have a lot of fun here at In the City. We talk about awesome people doing awesome things. That's
Mhm.
Tony's description for our show. So let's give him some credit.
I love that. Did
Yeah.
he say that last time?
I think he did. He says
Did
it
he?
almost every episode.
Oh,
So in honor of
no,
him, I'm
good
saying it
little
today.
thing.
That's
I love
cute.
that.
Awesome people doing awesome things. So we are in the city with Resource City. Oh, we're being told to
Oh,
bring our mic.
Your
a little
mic is
closer
not
to
close
you.
enough to
Thank
your
you so
face.
much.
Yeah. And we need to make a quick introduction of our executive producer, Andres. Andres, how's that mic working for you today?
I'm not getting paid enough to take care of these people.
Well,
Thanks,
I'm
Andre.
here to take care of you. I like it. We get called out. I do like that. And
Okay.
it's
What a
funny
great guy.
getting called out,
Andres.
this morning on Restaurant Dudes, which is another show that takes place right here in the studio,
Okay.
was the inspiration for our
Yes.
show.
Mhm.
They like to call me out.
Really?
On what?
They said that my jeans are too tight. Yeah, they go, Nico, you got tight jeans.
Wow.
Want to go shopping with you?
They're just jealous. That's all. It is.
Okay.
Oh, you want it?
Yeah.
We did talk about that one
Yeah.
time. Yeah, we.
Am I invited to this shopping
Yeah,
party?
let's go.
Yes,
We're
we're all
going
going
after this.
shopping.
I
We're going to
love it.
Dayland.
Okay, let's
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah, I want to go to the Gap Kids.
we can go to Limited too.
I did that once. I'm gonna go
I
ahead and
know.
embarrass myself for a second. I went to a polo store one time,
What?
Why is
and
that embarrassing?
I'll tell you why it's
Oh,
embarrassing.
tell me.
And I couldn't get any of the shirts to fit me, so I went to the kids section and I put on a large kids, and it fit perfectly.
Oh.
That was many
Well,
years
but
ago.
You need to go.
I was
You
gonna
need
say,
to
you're
go like the
really tall
European
now.
brands or the Japanese brands. then
Okay.
They'll all fit you.
That's good to know.
I would
Okay.
say, huh? Like
You're right.
Zara or something.
Or like, Uniqlo.
Oh, I do. Yeah,
Perfectly.
I actually have a Uniqlo jacket, and I'm gonna wear it in honor of you for the next episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
We've got a lot of viewers. Let's take a look here. We got 4 million viewers right now.
Oh,
4 million. Wow. Thank you to all 4 million of you.
Thank you.
This is really cool. We've got viewers all across South Florida. I even have, what are you laughing about?
I
Would you
don't
wait?
know. We
Laughing
think we're
about-
talking to people
Would you
or
get ready?
something.
He's
We
catching
are.
it. We've got viewers all across South Florida. And our last episode, we had like almost 1.4K viewers, 1,400 viewers.
You know what?
On
I think
YouTube.
I saw that. I
On
think I saw
YouTube.
that.
And then on Facebook, we had almost like 1,100, 1,200 views. So we're getting between 2,500, 3,000 views per episode,
Mhm.
which is really
Congratulations,
a
man.
lot of huge thanks to all of our viewers. I've got a friend up in like North. Her name is Alex that's watching. So if Alex is watching, shout out to you, Alex.
Yeah,
Uh,
Alex, thanks for watching.
Just really great. And we really appreciate all that our viewers are doing for us. Ladies, again, thank you for joining us today.
Mhm.
I want to start with Abbey. Abbey, you're starting a new business in Coral Gables.
Yes.
We actually met through the Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce.
I know it was last year, right?
It was at Tur Kitchen.
Yes.
through our mutual friend, the wonderful Elliot Durant.
Elliot.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
As a matter of fact, you were in the audience during Elliot's show, episode 2.
Yes, I was.
So this is your second time here in the studio. So
Yep.
thanks again for joining. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration for elemental living and what it means to, be about holistic health. And just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, the inspiration of elemental living is really how we can live more holistic life, because a lot of us have kind of compartmentalized different parts of our lives.
Yeah.
Just generally, we've gone through and kind of had this very segmented view of our health, our lives, and we tend to think that one aspect of our life doesn't affect the next thing, but it does. And so I have a lot of conversation with people about how your emotions and your mental health even affects your physical health, and how that changes your brain pattern and your brain chemistry,
Right.
all of those different things.
So what do you do at Elemental Living to help people with that?
Yeah, we do. Well, it's just me there.
It's just you, okay.
All of her.
Yes, just all of me.
I'm sure it is. You're killing it. You are not just one person. You're like 20 people. You have the strength and the willpower of 20 people.
I am
so-
I'm like an energized bunny for sure.
Yeah.
I do a lot of somatic work with
Okay.
people, and it's different light touches on someone's spine to actually help them release tension through their body,
Wow.
because we hold tension in our body whether we know that or not.
I've got a lot of tension right now.
Why?
I know, we're
And drink
serious.
up.
Yeah. So
Especially with the kind of stuff we've been through since like 2020. I don't know if you
COVID,
guys have
yeah.
had any stuff in your life kind of change and happen.
Yeah.
I totally did. And it's really important to be able to look at your life as a whole, as opposed to just like, okay, I have a hurt back and this is the only thing I'm going to focus on, as opposed to like, whoa, what kind of stressors? What is my work schedule like? What is my life like? What emotions am I storing in my body
Yeah.
that I'm suppressing just to be able to like keep going? And that has a lot to do with your brain and your nervous system.
wow, that's very interesting. Flora, you
I was going to say, like, I totally, support and obviously, believe in this, because my grandmother actually, like, her side of the family comes from a long line of like Chinese medicine.
oh,
So they actually own those old Chinese,
So cool.
like from Taiwan. I'm from Taiwan, obviously. And so they own these like old Chinese medicine stores where they do acupuncture. They have all these herbs up on the shelves, like library shelves with drawers, and you have to climb up there. And that's how they treat them. They treat the person as a whole,
how cool is that? So is that what it means to be holistic health?
Absolutely. And it's like, gone are the days where we have a foot pain and we just look at the foot. We have a headache and we like take Tylenol or Advil for it. Those are all gone. Like, what are those things that are causing that? Get to the
Right.
root cause of the
Mhm.
issue. How is stress, which is like,
Oh,
stress is
yeah,
a
stress
huge
is the
thing.
number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
for every disease.
Every disease.
Every disease.
Every chronic disease can be linked back to stressors, because
Sure.
your brain chemistry changes when you're stressed.
Sure.
And that's really big. And your brain starts to rewire to stress.
Right.
So that's very, very important to know.
I bet you could walk down the street and ask anybody how they're doing, and they'd probably say, "I'm stressed out right now."
It's stress and we hang on to it. That's the real big problem. We can't adapt very well.
Interesting.
I think also the other thing is that at least in this country, there's a huge pressure on being optimistic and happy. And then that in itself is exhausting and stressful to some people, right? You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God.
I told you that you ladies would have a great time with each other on this show today.
I was talking about that with somebody, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like this. I said something really strange and interesting. It was like toxic positivity.
It's not good to be too
and-
positive.
It was
It
just
was
like,
toxic.
except you're just stuffing down your situation and feelings. You're not actually feeling anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Where-
in this
yeah.
country, it's this whole idea of like being strong is that you're unbreakable, right? Like you
Yes.
don't break down. But I think like in Asian countries, or maybe just being female, it's easier for us to be like, you could cry, you could fall apart, but then as long as you could, like, 2 days later come back together, you're fine. Like the whole, like, that feels stronger. Like you're okay. It's okay to break
Mhm.
down,
Yeah.
I think
and
it's
then
becoming more of
relieve
a norm
stress.
these days,
Mhm.
and that's healthy for a lot of folks. It's healthy for men too.
Oh my gosh, that's a big one.
Well, tell me about that. Why is it such a big one?
Because men have been taught to suppress a lot,
Hmm.
and more than really anyone. You must provide, you must go to work, and you must do the things, and you can't really show emotion. How many times do you ever hear that? Like, boys don't cry. You're tough, you're strong, but it's, you know, you're seeing this rise in like even suicide rates. And I hate to bring that up, but it's a real thing where people just don't see it out, but they have so much stuff that they're carrying just all over all the time into everything that they do. And that's the whole thing about you carry those things into your life and it bleeds out into all aspects of your life.
Oh, I think it's
Yeah.
very important that we start to acknowledge these things and
Mhm.
really try to provide the help that a lot of people need. So I think that what you're doing with elemental living is it's a niche. It's not something that we see yet in South Florida in Coral Gables. So it's very exciting to see you bringing this to our community.
And I love that she was Flora was talking about that today and with your grandma and everything.
Yeah, I grew up with that.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with that, but I was always fascinated with this idea of elements,
Okay.
right? In
Mhm.
Chinese medicine, elements. I had a background in Ayurveda,
Oh,
which is
nice.
similar
Right,
to-
you were
yeah,
telling me.
Yep, we were talking about it a little bit before.
Okay.
But it's really about how we as a whole are part of nature and nature is a part of us.
Right.
And that nature is cyclical.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's gonna sound totally kooky to most people, but I think
I don't
like-
think so
I
anymore.
know, for real,
I don't think
but
so
like,
anymore.
it's just funny how when we're kids, they'll be like, "Don't eat that. That's fire." Like we're talking about fruits, okay? Like they're all fruits, and you'll have
Yes.
like lychee is fire, and
Oranges
then,
are fire.
yeah, and then you eat certain fruits, it's like cold, so you
Yep.
shouldn't eat
Like
that.
apples
It's
are
gonna-
cold.
Yeah, it makes you cold, and
That's
it's like
very interesting.
yeah, it's like this whole like how it actually and what they're really talking about just like inflammation and all just things that happens
Yes.
inside your body.
I see.
You know, a little bit more than you know this whole idea of like a real fire. Obviously,
How interesting.
Mhm.
Well, Flora, let's talk about you as well. You doctorate in pharmaceuticals,
yeah, pharmacy. Yeah.
and now you work in the health insurance
Mhm.
industry. You and I work together.
Yes, we do.
So we've had a lot of our
I'm
colleagues.
interested in this.
Yeah, we've had a
Yeah.
lot
Tell
of our
me
colleagues
more.
here on
Yeah,
the
we do a
show.
lot.
I hope that they put the show up on the television in the office today.
So we can say
Let's
hi
see
to
if,
everyone.
I don't know if anybody's watching out there. By
These
the way,
two
we have
rock stars
we have
right
5
here.
million views now, just letting everybody know.
Yeah.
But we work together. I've had the pleasure of getting to know you over the last year. And tell us a little bit about why you chose pharmaceuticals and then how you ended up transitioning into health insurance. How did that happen?
Sure. I mean, honestly, I just have always kind of been interested in this whole medical field, right? You know, the whole fact that whether Chinese medicine, Western medicine, I would honestly say there is a place for Western medicine because you want acute care, you want surgical, like when you need surgery, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about like in a car crash, you need
100%.
right?
1,000,000%.
Yeah, why not? So, then of course, there's this whole idea of like, keeping you well, right? And which is what we talked about, the tagline, like self-care, sexy sort of thing. It's not just a tagline, it's really just the fact that you really should be responsible for your own health.
Love it.
You have to take care of yourself, right?
Okay.
You can't expect to go see the doctor that once a year and then have him fix you, like write your prescription that you never fill or never take or don't take correctly, or then eat crappy food or never
Is this
exercise.
healthy right now?
I
Are we
think
drinking?
it's really healthy.
We're
for
really
now.
adaptable. That's
Well,
what I'm
I think
counting
that
on.
she's drinking the
If
healthier
it helps
stuff.
your mood and lessens your stress, it's great.
Oh, okay. I'm all
By
for
the
that.
way, Flora's drinking a hard kombucha, which is
Yeah.
actually really healthy.
Yeah, well, I think we got
Healthier.
one over here. So we're drinking the wrong stuff.
But
It's fine.
It's good, though. It's good.
But it tastes
Yeah.
So the whole idea is like, yeah, I was always interested in that. Like, I guess kind of like that aspect, was trained on that, grew up in the environment. Then we came to the US and just, my parents were like, you're going to school till you get your doctorate in something. So that's how I got my doctorate in something. And then,
Where did you go to school?
Philadelphia, it was called Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, but University
I
of
love that.
Sciences.
Oh, okay.
You have to do this.
Yeah, Asian parents are like, you're going to get your doctorate.
No
or else they're
pressure,
Bad
no pressure.
parents. Yeah. So then you can do whatever you want after that, But yeah, then I basically spent my whole life in the insurance industry. But on the other end, if you just think about it, I'm on the insurance end. I worked for Aetna. I worked for these big companies where they design the health plans, right?
I see. Okay.
And I was saying to her that whenever we were designing these things, you have an end user in mind, and that's what we're doing now.
Right.
When somebody tells us what their current life condition is, this is when we say, okay, this is the kind of health insurance you should be on. If you're having a baby, you should be on this. If you are starting a new business, you should be on a different type of insurance, because it's not the same. You shouldn't be on the same health insurance your whole entire life, right? And I feel like it's great.
I really like that.
Yeah,
It's like such a new concept. I was like,
Right?
what?
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
Exactly.
Which side of it
right?
was a new concept?
Just the fact that it's a system, it's a person-based system that you're
Mhm.
tailoring the care, the whatever the person needs.
Right.
Exactly. You know, because you're
Which
not
is
gonna-
novel to me.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's different.
And you know why health
Yeah.
insurance is so confusing to most people? Because we change. I was on the other end, so I know we change it every year. We literally change it every year. There are drugs we'll cover this year that we were not going to cover next year. There, procedures that we'll cover this year where we won't, or we'll pick up, or trends matter. But the whole point is, even on that end, what they have noticed is, you know what? It's a win-win situation if the patient stays healthy, and because then the health insurance doesn't have to pay a lot. Right?
Yeah.
So this is really a win-win situation. So we really want to push everybody towards getting, their physical exam once a year, getting self-care really into their own hands. And that's why we want to push self-care, because
Self-care
we
sexy.
want self-care
Self-care
sexy,
sexy.
I
I love it.
Wait, we need to do that again, but Andres needs to say it with us this time. So is your microphone on? Are you ready?
It is.
3, 2, 1.
So say it.
Self-care is
sexy.
Why don't you say it with us, man?
Yeah, what?
It's not loud
Well,
enough at all.
I was just thinking because it's like
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Flora. I'm sorry.
you had mentioned something pretty cool, and it's kind of like stuck with me, Dr. Hernandez, that the body and the mind work like together. And for anyone who's watching at home that doesn't see me, I'm the producer behind the screen.
Sound guy over here.
Andres, the producer behind the screen.
Yeah. For anyone who's doubtful of that, if you've ever gotten irritated or upset or cranky while you're hungry, that
Oh,
right
the
there-
hangry.
exactly. We like to call it hangry.
Yeah.
That right there is a perfect example for why not taking care of your body is going to lead to stressors in mind and spirit and how you carry out your day. I think that you guys touched on a really
Of
important
course.
point with that.
They have commercials
I
on
should
that.
have given him a
Isn't it like
microphone
Twix-
months ago.
Isn't it
Huh?
like a
I should've
Twix
given him a
commercial?
microphone at
You're
the
so
start.
good.
Like a
Thanks for the
Snickers, a
input.
Twix commercial on
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Are you hungry? Eat a
hungry.
Snickers.
Yeah, Snickers.
No, this is
That's
a really.
a real. That's a real.
It's a real thing.
Hey, go get a Snickers, sound guy. I'm sorry.
Hungry,
I had
grab
to.
a Snickers.
No, I'm kidding.
Or a
no,
beer.
No, stay with us. Stay with us. We like you. Hey, where's our soundboard? Do we have the soundboard today?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. All right.
Soundboard.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh.
Give us the objection one. I don't know. Give us crickets or.
Objection.
This is the
Too-
fun part
I
of
have
the show.
no
Too
objection.
hangry?
No
He's
objections.
absolutely 100%.
Absolutely. Well, okay. So let's talk
But I
about
feel
that.
like we agree. That's
That-
Yeah,
okay,
well,
let's
that's
talk about
fine.
agreements, right? So,
Yeah.
how do the two industries that you're in agree with each other? So, how does what Abby's talked about
Mhm.
and what we talked about with Flora? How do the two meet? Like, where's that perfect center? I know
I
this
mean,
is a
to
trick-
me, I feel like that's what I was, I guess, leading to is the fact that, insurance or health advisors such as you and me, right? We want to guide clients that are what we call civilians or lay people or patients or whoever you want to call them, because they just don't have as much knowledge with this industry. So we really want to put a lot of, I guess, power in their hands. Because to me, it's like if they don't understand how to use this, they don't understand, what eating healthy means, or like getting in the right mindset, or relieving stress, or like going seeing a doctor, or what keep staying healthy. Why is that even important? Then you're going to just be dealing with very sick people who are
Yep.
going to constantly drive up the cost of, medical costs, which is actually affecting all of us, right?
Yep.
So it's actually a win-win situation if we could just get all the patients, get everybody to understand that they need to stay healthy, they need to take care of their own health, they need to eat right, they need to exercise, take care of their mental health more than just,
Yeah.
and this is what I mean by self-care. I don't just mean like eat right or something. I mean a
Yes.
lot more of this, spend time with your family, spend time, having me time even, right? Like
Having
alone
balance?
time. Yeah, having
That's
Nothing
a big
wrong with
one.
just taking time to yourself.
Exactly. And just preventing burning out, because there's this culture of like, holding on a little tighter, just, work a little harder. But there's been so many studies that has shown that people who are in those high stress situations has gone on for way longer. Their performance actually go lower, but in their mind, they think they're doing better
Exactly.
and they don't let go.
True.
Did you know that this is a study that actually shows they don't let go, but their performance goes down. They just think they're doing awesome in their mind.
Okay.
It's almost like they're going crazy, but whatever it is,
So are you saying, like, when they
it's
get-
a form of that though? It
Yeah.
is. It
What-
kind of is.
what was that?
It's a form of that because you become so disconnected to the process of life
Mhm.
that you think you're just doing fine, but it's
You're not
like but you're not. It's a form of like just checking out almost. And
Right.
it's a trauma response.
right.
And
So-
I'm not laughing at that because it's not funny, but it's it's really kind of strange when you come back to it and you really see yourself and you like observe
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
where
from
you are.
Yeah, but from where you're standing, you really
It's-
think you're doing great.
You're doing everything and everything's fine, like nothing's burning, you're not dead.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't die from something does not mean it was okay.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't mean you're performing at your highest potential, right?
This is
I
really
think-
interesting.
yeah.
Were you going to say something else?
Yeah, where we meet, I think it
Is
was like
that-
it really stuck
Mhm.
to me is empowering a person to take charge of their own health. It's
Right.
like their own it's their sovereignty. It's their own, you know,
Mhm.
if you find something and it's really about alignment with yourself, because let's face it, that's why people don't do anything about things, because things are very confusing.
Right.
Things are not clear.
Mhm.
One supplement tomorrow will be gone the next 2 weeks, and then it'll be terrible for you the next year. Like that's just how science is, because we're always trying to prove, disprove, prove, disprove. We're kind of in that mode. Okay.
Right.
And I think this might sound crazy, and I don't honestly care. I think,
Have another drink.
yeah, right. I don't know if I care about what it sounds like, but it's really about your alignment with what you're doing. People always
Mhm.
ask that. What's the best thing? The best thing is the one you're going to stick to.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay. What do you mean by the thing you're going to stick to?
The best thing for you is the plan that you're going to do.
I follow.
Right.
Should I work out? Yes. But you torturing yourself going to work out isn't going to help you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're running and your body thinks you're like,
Traumatizing
like running
yourself,
away from a lion, you're gonna have stress hormones, right?
Right.
see.
Versus you're running and you're actually enjoying this run.
Exactly.
Right. So again, back to what she was saying, it's really connected to the mind, right? So this whole idea of like, are you encouraging this person to eat broccoli because it's healthy for you, or
Or they
feel like
hate
they're being
it.
tortured and it's not really like setting
It's like not helping them.
Ladies, why don't we have a show for you? Like, why,
It's just
I
like
think
that
you
happening.
just got two
Or
new
here we go.
co-hosts right here.
Cheers.
So
Like,
we
we
can
could
do
do
this for a second.
I actually
Cheers to you,
Cheers.
ladies.
I actually
Cheers.
want to add something to that because
Please go
I
ahead.
Oh,
think
sorry.
the
You're
way
good.
people view like some forms of like staying healthy, like take
Mhm.
working out for example. The new year just happened. We're in February now, which is
Oh, yeah.
supposed to be the month where like 80% of
Yeah, the gym
people
is full.
that said, yeah, exactly. That-
New Year's
that they were gonna go
resolutions, especially
to the
Miami.
gym as their New Year's resolution, or like just checking out.
Yeah,
They said,
totally.
nope, that's
Yep.
it, I'm done. I think I was watching a clip the other day where some guy was explaining basically the reason why so many people check out from the gym like 2 months in is because when they're going to the gym, they stop thinking about the fact that they're going to the gym and they start thinking about like, oh, but what are people going to think when I'm there? Or, oh, I have to go to the gym today. And
Yep.
and the problem is that people don't understand that they need to focus on the action. They need to focus on I'm going to the gym today, not what they're going to look like, their summer bod or all
Yeah,
that sort of stuff, because then the
Their
focus
summer-
is away from the working out.
Right.
And once the focus is away from that, then it's like you've moved on to something else.
You're doing it for you at that point.
Lost like
Yep.
their concentration, and that's after that everything falls apart. It's really cool to see how like people like in just the smallest changes they'll just like shift, and then the foundation is like
Yeah.
removed from it, and everything else.
It's
falls
interesting
by the
that
wayside.
you say that. I mean, I saw it. Guilty pleasure TikTok, right? But I'm also guilty of that. I go to the gym and I think, okay, what's somebody going to think of me when I go to the beach this summer? I got to stop doing that. I got to do it for me. I got to do it not because I want to, a way that I want to look. It's because I love what I look like now,
Right.
And I got to just go to the gym and enjoy myself and, take a break from the world and just do it for me.
Right.
I learned a long time ago, and I wonder what you each think of this. A person's greatest enemy is comfort. When you're too comfortable, why are you looking at me like that?
Well,
Because I absolutely agree.
You agree?
I don't know.
But hold on, I want to say why I
don't
think this. So
know.
somebody once told me a person's greatest enemy is comfort, and that's because if you get too comfortable, you forget why you're doing what you're doing. You
You
forget
go on
why you're
autopilot.
trying. You go on autopilot, and you forget why you're striving. You forget that struggle is good for you because it motivates you to keep going. It motivates you to get to a particular
Mm.
goal.
Okay.
And so when I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable right now, I'm stressed out. I mean, I hate that, right? I say, but there's something about the things around me that make me uncomfortable, even though I know I'm working really, really hard. But that's good because it keeps me going. It makes me know I'm getting to where I need to be.
Well, can I just say then maybe only for people who are not too picky, like maybe some people who have really super high standards and they're super picky,
Yeah.
they're only comfortable in that tiny zone. And then if they're uncomfortable, it's when they're like, oh, I'm slacking.
Okay.
Right. It's
Yeah.
almost like they're only comfortable when they're succeeding or when they're doing
Absolutely.
really well and doing like everything's going their way. And when things are not, they're uncomfortable. So
Listen,
Parents,
I'm
don't
gonna,
you
I'm
want to
gonna
be in your comfort zone then?
I'm going to tell anybody out there in the audience that's listening that if you ever need to have a good conversation with somebody, these two ladies right here are great people to talk to. I've had conversations with each of them individually, and they're both very supportive. They're both extremely knowledgeable about the industries that they're in. I mean, as you can already see, they get along very, very well. So I'm sure that they're going to hang out and they're going to leave me out of it now, which I'm a little jealous.
No,
of.
we're all
We
going
will not.
shopping.
We're
I
all
thought
going
we were going
shopping. We're going to go to Gap
on.
Kids.
Yes.
I
Next, we're
love
going to go to
it.
Polo
Yes,
Alpha Polo
And
Kids.
we're gonna do Uniqlo.
Can I go to Lacoste Kids? Does that work
You could go to
too?
Lacoste.
Yes,
Lacoste
man.
Lacoste?
Totally fit.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
That's
like
your
a, you're
opinion.
like a 22 or 23.
I don't know.
She
I don't know the
knows. She
sizes.
You know, you get the shirt.
You can
I
pick
don't
my outfits from
Yeah.
there.
I just like my green jacket. I only wear this during the holidays. I decided to whip it out.
So no, it's every day's a
Andres
holiday.
is laughing. I want everybody to know that Andres has pretty good style too.
No.
Every
He's
time I'm
in a
here, he's wearing
suit.
He's in a
suit.
suit.
Andres is in a
He's in a
suit.
I'm
suit.
laughing is because I have seasonal ties. that I
Oh,
wear,
you have
and I have
seasonal.
like seasonal socks, and it's like
Do they match?
I'm all for it.
Do
Yeah,
they match?
for sure.
Listen, I'll tell you guys what. I just saw something up here.
Good question. Do they match?
There's, I
Hey,
love
that's a
that.
great
He's like,
question.
That's a good question. We're not getting an answer though.
No, he said yes.
Yes?
Yeah, he said yes.
They match?
They match.
The tie and the socks. Yeah.
Yeah, they match.
Yeah.
I have like Santa ties and stuff, and then I'll have like gingerbread cookie socks and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, this kid's awesome.
This guy's
This is-
festive. He's very
If I'm
festive.
gonna go for a certain look, you go
Yeah.
all in. That's it. There's no 1 foot in, 1 foot
I
out.
love
with
it.
this.
Right? I know.
I a
Totally.
million % agree with you.
That's amazing. Andres, thank you so much for having the microphone on with us today. Would you tell the audience real quickly a little bit about yourself and what has motivated you to do what you're doing right now, which is sound engineering and videography?
Yeah. Actually, I graduated from the University of New York or New York University
Oh.
Okay.
last May. And
Oh,
I
nice.
majored in English and minored in political science.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
A
super
lot
cool.
of journalism in there.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
nice,
super cool.
nice.
But my real dream is to be an author.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. I like writing books and especially
Fiction
the
or
Fiction- yeah, fiction or
nonfiction?
I
nonfiction.
love that.
Fiction or
Lord of the
nonfiction?
Rings and stuff.
Oh, non-fiction.
I'm sorry.
You want to write fiction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
super
yeah.
cool, man.
Like Harry Potter and all that.
Can you give yourself a
Yes.
round of
Oh,
applause on the buttons?
wow.
Yeah, do
Oh,
it.
for sure.
I want you to give yourself a round of applause.
Here we go. Here we go.
Woo!
That's super cool. Well,
I love
Andres, at
that.
some point you're going to need to be on this side of the camera, and we're going to put our associate producer.
I can do
there.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kidding.
we can
That'll
do
be fun.
cameraman.
That'll be fun.
I don't know.
Oh,
He
yeah,
got mad at me
yeah.
for
I can
calling him
do
associate
camera.
producer today. He's like, well, he's the executive producer.
I know 0% about cameras.
Listen, I taught him everything he knows. All right.
Oh, if watching, he's gonna be really jealous now. This studio has the greatest staff. It's Andres, Ilian, and Michael.
Mhm.
All three of them have been our sound engineers and videographers at some point. And so we're really grateful for what Miami Community News has done for us. Again, we are at almost 3,000 views per episode.
Mhm.
So, ladies, if
I
this
love it.
episode can get more than 3,000 views, I'm taking you out both for a round of drinks.
Yay.
Woo!
So, Funky
At the
Buddha's
bar.
At the bar.
At the
At the
bar.
The bar. So just everybody knows when we say the bar, we're literally
called The
referring
Bar.
to a restaurant called the Bar in Coral
Mm.
Gables.
Okay,
And everybody's
don't know
like,
that
what,
one.
what bar are you talking about? I'm like, no, the
It's
bar.
called The Bar.
And
Wow.
any native from here
Pirata.
knows. Like I walked down
Can
the
you hand me
street.
another one?
Yeah, absolutely. You could have
I
another.
can have another hard kombucha.
There you go.
You go, girl.
Please. And we'll hang out afterwards and have some more drinks. But the bar is super cool. A lot of great restaurants in Coral
Yes.
Gables. We're partnered with a few through Resource City. A13
Which ones?
Brewery
Oh, okay.
is one of our partners. Clutch Burger.
Great.
My man,
Love that
Steve.
place.
Yeah, the mayor of
So good.
Geralda, Steve Bradley. The Market Kitchen. I don't know if either one of you. Have
That's where I
been-
got these brews from.
You went to Market Kitchen to get these.
I
brews?
always-
You brought
yes.
these? Oh,
Yes.
Well,
amazing.
Brian Scogan and I are great friends. He's
I
like
love that
family at this
place.
point. And Brian is one of our partners at Resource City. And then Threefold Cafe. So A13 and Threefold, partner businesses.
I haven't
Nick
been there,
Sharp.
but next time I will.
Yeah, those are our 4 partner businesses for our pilot, which is going to be launching soon. So keep an eye out for that. And then, of course, just so many great businesses in Coral Gables. And I'm sure some of you have been there. Have you been to Sabata yet? It's the
No.
rooftop
I
on
have.
Geralda.
Yes.
Is it nice? Okay.
It's super,
Very
super
nice.
cool.
We gotta go.
We gotta
gotta
go. I'll be there the night. You guys can
Yeah.
join me.
Yes.
Savannah?
Have you been to Gramercy?
Oh, I have not been to the Gramercy. I hear it's super cool.
It's actually
Really?
fun.
Yeah, I've never been.
gotta go
Gramercy's
there.
Well, I think Wednesday night's ladies' night, so maybe that's a night you should.
Oh, gotcha. What about Copper 29? You like Copper?
Love it.
Never been
Yeah?
there.
That place has the best music.
Yes, they
Copper
do.
29.
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
Super, super fun. I'm hoping to go out and check out Brick
Thursday's probably really good.
once. Yeah,
For Copper 29.
Thursday night.
Okay.
Thursday
Oh,
and Friday.
I
would
think so.
say.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is. It's not
Very
super
good.
crowded
Mhm.
because if you walk in there,
Yep.
it's like this narrow. No, really, really great businesses in Coral Gables. And it's super exciting to see your business starting out in Coral
Yeah.
Gables. It's on Alhambra Circle, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. What's the address?
299 Alhambra Circle. I'm
And
on
what's your
South
timeline? Are you
Fayette.
open yet?
Yeah,
Oh, you're fully open.
yeah. fully
Okay.
open.
I'll have to
I
come
was
visit.
gonna tell you.
I don't know why I haven't seen it yet.
Oh
I
my
don't know
gosh,
either. You
we
gotta
have
do-
to actually come.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll do.
you gotta
Maybe
do
we'll
that.
do
We need it. We need
in the city on the road.
Exactly
at
that.
Elemental Living.
visit her.
Flora, you gotta come with us for that.
Yes, I want to come.
Yeah.
I want
Do
to
it.
come visit anyway.
Totally.
Mhm.
And Flora, you live in Brickell.
Yes, I do.
How do you like Brickell?
I actually love it, but I'm ashamed to say that I'm from Taiwan, but I moved to New York when I was 10 years old, right? So and I lived in the city the whole time. That when I first moved to Miami, the first thing I did was like, I'm not moving to Brickell. That was
Oh.
like the one thing I said. I was like, it's too much
And
like
you know
New
what you did?
York. It didn't want nothing to do with it.
And she totally moved to
Yeah,
Brickell.
exactly.
I mean, of all places, it's like a
Then-
mini New
yeah,
York.
and after living on the beach for a while.
So you came.
it
You
came-
lived in New York when you were 10.
Oh yeah.
Me
Mhm.
too. I lived in
You did?
California
Where?
when I was 10.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
came
that's
to
so
the
cool.
US when you were 10.
Yep,
Wow.
From the Philippines.
I didn't know that.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's so-
Wait,
that's so
Philippines
cool.
right next to Taiwan. So you speak Tagalog?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. great.
Fluent.
Okay, I speak Taiwanese and
Best friends.
Mandarin.
How
so,
insane
yeah.
is that?
I'm the friend
This is so
collector.
funny. Yeah. But yeah, that's why we're also mixed.
Yeah,
Right? We're
yep.
talking about how like our heritage wise, being that
Yeah.
the islands were colonized, you're kind of like mixed.
That's super cool. Super
Yeah.
cool. And so Brickell and now New York and then California before this. And what
Yes.
was Cali like? I mean, both. We talked to Elliot a little bit
Cali.
about this, I think,
Yeah.
because he's also from there. Do you miss it?
California love, man.
California love.
Oof.
I love that.
Cali is-
I miss it and also not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a different human being than I was from when I was there.
That's
So I
super
would say
cool.
I'm just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, then again, I mean, coming from New York to Cali, our whole thing, and that's just like, God, people are like too nice. Like you get sick of them being so nice. You're just so sick of them. being
I don't
nice.
know if there's
Like,
something
oh,
wrong. with
God.
being
People
nice.
say that to
It's
me. They're
like-
like, "You're not from here." I'm
No,
like,
they can tell. They can't
they
tell.
can, I
It's
guess
very
so.
funny. You can tell if someone's not from South.
Like,
Florida.
you're not from here. I'm
But
like,
it's that toxic.
hi.
It's that toxic positivity you're talking
I'm still
about.
trying to unpattern myself out of it, I guess.
Toxic. Well, Lily, I want to talk about being nice because Michael Miller and I were talking about this before the show started
Mhm.
about good deeds
Mhm.
and how
Yes.
one
Yeah.
good deed can lead to another. And he was telling me some
Yes.
really, really great stories. And I want to talk to you ladies about this.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it. I had it happen to me like a week ago. And this is something that happens particularly when we're driving.
Mm,
If somebody just lets you in, like they let you come over a lane or they let you turn in,
mhm.
doesn't it change your mindset? How it changes, it makes you feel really good. Like that person just did something really, really nice for me. And then I went after this happened to me, they let me move a lane. I did it for someone else.
Yeah.
And I went, wow, that one good deed led to me doing a good deed. And
Yeah.
like, I don't just do a good deed to feel good about it. Like it's the right thing to do. But I want to know what you both think about good deeds and how one good deed might lead to another. I mean, and I think it applies to our
Yeah.
conversation about
Of course.
mental health and the brain and how all that
Yeah.
works and how the energy works around us.
You want me to go?
Go.
Me personally, I believe in paying forward.
Okay, paying it
Yeah,
forward.
I always think that it's harder to. It's almost like people say, how do you trust people, or how do you, whatever. It's easier just to pay it forward. It's easier just to trust them. It's easier just to do the nice deed, be the good person first. And if they screw you over, then they're a bad person. Like that's how it's a lot easier that way, right?
Right.
And also, if they're a good person, they would appreciate it. And just like you said, you would pay it forward. So it's an easier process than try to be skeptical of everybody. I think it's just an easier way to be.
Yeah.
Like for your own sanity. as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I feel so
Not
much.
only does it benefit everybody else, but there's also that. And I think, if you know anything about Burning Man, I think that's one of the philosophies there.
Is it?
It is. So I think unlike what most people believe, it's not a barter system, right? It isn't like you bring something, I'll give you something, you like something. It's the fact that if you like this, so let's say I really like this hard cider, or not hard, what is this?
Hard
Kombucha.
kombucha.
Hard kombucha.
What I would do is I would bring enough for me and enough for other people so I could share with everybody else, so people could share in things that I love and I like. And then, so that's the whole idea. And then when I do that, other people will be like, oh, let me share with you something I really like. And then they, that's really what the whole idea is supposed to be.
Any
I love
thoughts?
I
That was a
really,
great answer.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I want to add that I think the whole good deed thing is a pattern interrupt for a lot of people.
Okay.
Because whether we notice it or not, we actually go into some kind of like trance of some sort. If you're in your pattern, you're in a trance really, and you're on autopilot. And so I think that somebody like letting you into a lane or whatever, right? Somebody buys your Starbucks, right? That's a big one that people
That is a
do.
big one.
It's a pattern to be like, whoa, it shakes you out of this trance, and like you start to pay attention, like, whoa, I can actually do something in this moment.
Right.
And then you pay for the next person. So I think it's just really good to pattern interrupt a lot of the time. And you can always check yourself in that too. Like,
Why are you doing it? Is like when you
be the starter of something like that. How can I pattern interrupt my day today? Because your brain loves that. Like it thrives on novelty and loving different things. As much as we love stability, we also crave different things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you're both a starter in something when it comes to health insurance or PharmD
Thanks.
and to holistic health. I think you're both entrepreneurs. You're both small business owners. You're both self-employed. That is truly incredible to see in two women in South Florida. So we're again truly honored to have both of you on the show today. We're not done yet. I don't want anyone to think that just by saying that I'm like saying goodbye. I want to talk to Abbey a little bit more about the Coral Gables Chamber because you're a member.
Yes.
I have recently become a member.
Yes.
Yeah.
You told me that last week.
Yeah. So I
Wind Down Wednesday.
Wind Down Wednesday.
Mhm.
I'm going to be at the breakfast this week. By
Me
the way.
too.
On or is it this?
That's next week.
17th. Next week.
Okay.
Coral Gables
Good.
Chamber is probably one of the most influential and essential parts of the Coral Gables.
It's like
community.
the best chamber in South Florida.
It is
I'm in the Burko one.
Uh-oh. So we got to give the Burko
I'm
one some
just letting
attention
you
in a
know.
second. Just
Just
because I don't
saying.
want them to come back and
Just
watch our show
saying.
and be like, hey, what the heck? But last Thursday was Burgerlicious
Oh
in Coral
yeah.
Gables. That was
Okay.
so much fun. The music was great. The burgers were delicious.
Mm.
I'm a little angry that Clutch Burger didn't win. Sorry about that.
I saw that.
That's okay. You know what? The two winners, I believe it was Forte and Pincho, are
Were they good?
Coral Gables staples. And so I'm,
Mhm.
congratulations to the two of them. I am very, I'm very partial
Yeah.
about Steve.
You're like, it's like stabbing.
I will
in
tell
the
you what
heart.
though, I ate like so many of Clutch Burger's burgers that afternoon. They were so good. You saw me and didn't say hi.
You were with a bunch of people.
I had to
I
go
was
by
like-
myself because I just like went from one person to the next.
You were with a lot of people when I walked by. I was
Yeah,
like,
Clutch
okay.
Burger. I'm
Later.
sorry, the Burgerlicious was a great event. It was the 10th annual,
Mhm.
and it was great to see it come back after a 2-year hiatus because of COVID.
Right.
But tell us a little bit about your role in the Coral Gables Chamber because you're out there about just talking to people,
Yeah.
networking, and just having a good time.
When I first joined, I was networking kind of, but I had just moved here and I didn't really know anybody.
Mhm.
So I started just going and hanging out and
Yep. You're like, it's
Why
something to do.
sorry. I was like, why not go to hang out at those things? But yeah, I've now become involved in the membership committee,
Mhm.
which is super cool.
Okay.
Is something going on in the chat?
I know. I don't know. I'm like, why is it?
No, nothing. Keep going.
What?
Oh.
What is going on?
Yeah, the chamber, I'm in the membership committee,
Okay.
and I'm also going to check out the 2030 group.
I think I'm gonna check both of those out as
Yeah,
well. 'cause
yeah.
I want to.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, I think I want to help the chamber grow. I think that there actually aren't that many 20-year-olds in the group.
No, there aren't.
There
I
aren't.
don't think.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and lay claim to it now. I'm the only 24-year-old.
Oh,
Oh, is there someone else?
no. There's actually after the breakfast
Yes.
at 11, they have a
A
a
conversation.
yeah. a
Oh, I'll
meeting.
definitely have to come to that. I'll
Yeah,
let Jennifer
do it.
know. Jennifer will be very happy.
Yeah.
Jennifer Rosado is the membership director.
Yeah.
at the
Yay,
chamber.
Jen. She's
Jennifer-
probably gonna watch later.
Yeah. So yes.
You'll know she's being mentioned.
Yeah, she'll know she's being mentioned.
She's a rock star.
She is a rock star. Again, Flora, if you can get in the Core Gills Chamber, they're so
You mean
awesome.
ditch
You
the
know-
Brickle one and join?
No, join both of them. Join both of them. No,
I
I've
don't
been
know if
doing
it
that.
was just my tactic, but I feel like I just made friends with people there, and they're
Yeah.
just kind of like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I just hang out and drink wine with you guys."
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. It was one of the first times I've
Every
ever
week,
gone
I don't
to.
know what I'm doing.
No, it's amazing. It
I feel
was
like
one
you're
of the first.
eating up all my free time as
Yeah.
we speak.
It's just
As
fun.
we speak.
One of the first times I'd ever gone to a networking event at the chamber. Excuse me. And I just like that people just walked up to you. I'm
Yeah.
like, you do this? I do this. I love just walking up to someone and saying, "Hi, I'm Nicholas. It's nice
Yeah.
to meet you."
But have you seen that meme on Instagram? It's the one where like I don't know, it's one of those kid shows. You know those kid shows where they're like, "Hi, I'm Nancy. Hi, I'm blah blah blah."
Yes,
Like,
I know which one you're
and then-
talking about.
and then they're like,
I haven't seen
hilarious.
this.
okay,
And
so
they're singing and
they're-
dancing.
Yeah, they're singing and dancing, and basically the meme is like extroverts be like, and that's exactly what the meme shows.
Yeah.
And then it shows like how all the introverts are like, "Okay, I'm going home now." They're like, I can't.
You
This
have
is
to be an
why
extrovert.
This is why I'm leaving. This is why I can't handle the work.
Yeah,
I love
that's so funny. That's
Hmm.
awesome. And so, what's the Brickle Chamber like? A little bit.
Actually, I'm in the Brickle Women's Chamber.
Oh,
believe
how
it or
cool is
not.
that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's a little bit of a spin. It's a little different. I'm involved in the Brickle Chamber as well, but I said I'm more involved in the Women's Chamber. So it's a little different in the sense that it's all the women that live in Brickle, and a lot of them are young professionals, believe it or not. So I was gonna say you would probably be interested if you come to one of our happy hours or something.
Yeah, let me
Don't
know.
feel excluded.
I'm
men.
not. I can't
know.
be a part of
They
it.
Always complain. I don't know. They're
Where's
like,
the men's group?
I don't know if there's a men's one.
No,
but
no.
I don't know. But
this is
you might
great
have
to
to
hear.
start one. But the women's one is really great because
Okay.
it's really just, we do happy hours, we do bike riding, we do different things, stationary bike riding actually.
Oh, okay, like
It's
Peloton?
like a workout, and then we do Bollywood dancing sometimes. I
Whoa.
know, classes.
Would you love it?
Yeah, we have.
Abby's like, "Thank you so much
It-
for
it's
inviting me."
just
Yes.
So one time we did a lifting thing, which is really interesting. Like I've never done it before. So apparently there's a guy going around the country, and what he does is like acro, like yoga lift. Like he lies on the floor and he lifts you up, and he's
Oh, I've done that
He
before.
lifted like over like 10,000 people or something.
Oh my
So
gosh.
this was like part of his things.
Wild.
We came, he just lifted everybody. Like we all got pictures or whatever. So
He
but
just lifted
yeah,
everybody with his
yeah,
feet.
like,
This is so cool.
you have
I
to
love
have some
this.
kind of pose, but I'm just saying that's
it
the
up.
whole idea. It's like
They can lift you
it's
up.
a lot. Yeah. You lie down, they lift you up. And so it's a lot more, I think, I think it's a little different from the other ones. I mean, that it's all women. So a lot of the activities are centered around like things that I think were like maybe we don't get to do even with like our friends or other people, right? And then it's actually really fun because there's a lot of professionals, young professionals.
Super
actually.
cool. I gotta check that out.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's not like a mom and grandma
Yeah.
club. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like to me, at least the one in Brickle, the women's club, is a lot of young.
Are there any
young
men's
professionals.
groups of anything at all?
As far as I'm aware, no. I'm sure there probably are.
Mhm.
It's a good question. There's some great. I mean, I think that there's a greater Miami Women's Chamber of Commerce.
Mhm.
I actually know a member of it. I'll be sure to introduce the two of you.
Yeah, that would
to
be
her.
great.
Cool.
But as far as I'm aware, no men's. What are you asking me questions
Yeah,
for?
yeah. Actually,
It's just
you're
actually,
putting me
you
on
know
the
the thing
spot.
is, you would love to meet the
I'm just
girl.
like,
Her
what
name
did I
is
just get a
Nicole,
question for?
And she is a chiropractor,
cool.
and she's lived in Singapore, and like traveled.
She's
around.
in your
Yeah,
chamber.
no, she's the one that started the chamber.
Oh, how cool is
super
that?
cool.
Yeah, the one that started the women's Brickle women thing. She's a chiropractor, just like you.
You never know who
That's
you're gonna
awesome.
meet, and then that's going with that. I met you through Elliot, met you through work. I mean,
Yeah.
it's incredible how these connections are made.
Right.
Like what you said, the awesome people doing awesome things.
Awesome people doing awesome
Awesome
things. Well, let's talk about some awesome things. So if you don't mind, Andres, could you throw some of those images back up on the screen? I ran into our good friends, Steve Bradley, this afternoon, and Jared Case, Chef Jared.
Mhm.
I'm going to give him a little break because he's the one who likes to make fun of me, but I'm going to be respectful and call him Chef Jared for this episode. Hope he's listening. He'll somehow find a way to make fun of me for this. The Clutch University of Beer Crawl. How cool is
Oh,
this?
that sounds awesome.
This is Thursday, February 17th at
Wow.
6 p.m. This is going to start at Clutch Burger in Coral Gables.
Mhm.
6 p.m. Tickets are $50 and limited. So if you want to get a ticket, I would
What?
encourage you to do so now. I'm
Okay.
going to make sure that we post this on our Resource City page, on my personal Instagram, ladies, if you can't share it as well.
Sure.
This is super cool. I mean, it's sponsored by different beer company.
Yeah.
So we've got Sun Lab Brewery,
Mhm.
Captain Lawrence Brewing Company, and Clutch Burger. And they're going to I think 6 different venues. So they're starting at Clutch Burger. They're going to make their way over to Craft Pizza.
Mhm.
They're going to go to Sabata Rooftop. I'll
Which
be
you
there
said
tonight.
was awesome.
Super cool. Super cool. Bay 13. That's my local watering hole. I was there last night. Probably be there tonight. I love it there.
After?
I'm just saying. Bay 13 is super
Before or
cool.
after
shopping
Sabata?
at Kids
At
Gap.
some point in time, Bay 13. The Galliano Cigar Room, which is actually a really cool space. They've got some great music some nights of the week. And of course, naturally, we're going to end at the bar.
At the bar.
So I will be going to the Clutch University of Beer Crawl.
You will.
I hope you ladies will be joining us as well.
I hope so.
It's going to
hope
be a
so, too.
really, really fun time. The next thing I want to talk about is the Makers Market. I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah.
The Makers Market at Bay 13 is going to be a new, hopefully year-round farmers market. I don't want to say farmers, it's more of a hybrid artisanal market. It's going to be
Is Doug Hiller interested in it?
Doug Hiller, cool guy.
So into farmers
I have not
market.
gotten to talk to him, and I really should reach out to him.
Yes, every single time.
He's part of your BNI group.
Yes. he
Again,
is.
all of the health advisors in our office are part of some sort of networking group, whether it's NPI or
Yeah.
BNI.
Doug is actually from North Jersey, where
Yeah.
I went to high school, and he claims that his brother was a DJ at my prom. I have no idea.
That's pretty fun. That's super cool.
I have no
This guy
idea.
is actually, if you want to talk about people that know people, this guy knows everybody. You can't go anywhere with Doug. and
Yeah,
he knows
I'm like,
Doug.
no,
And poor
no.
guy's getting called out right now, so I hope he doesn't get upset with us for doing
He
that.
will not.
Doug,
Poor Doug.
it was her.
Doug
It was her. It was Flora.
Yeah.
But the Makers Market is starting on February 19th. This was an idea that Nick Sharp and I came up with together. And ideally, we're going to feature local vendors selling handmade crafts, products, and produce. We've got some really cool vendors in the works. And I just want to
Cool.
take a quick minute to mention them because I'm really excited about who we've got. So we've got this company called Messia Tata. Don't know how to pronounce that properly.
Wait,
I'm so
I was
sorry.
like-
What is that about? Yeah.
Yeah,
They
what's
are
it based
making
off?
this. It's like a Venezuelan style coquito, and
What's
it's coquito is it's actually eggnog
Oh.
with rum. It is
It's
out
eggnog,
of
not
this
with rum.
world, and coquitas.
What?
I
Wait,
can't
wait,
say
it's eggnog, not with rum. I have no idea.
It is with rum.
it's, it's rum.
Oh my god.
So that's really cool. They're going to be joining us.
Sounds
We've
really
got a
cool.
company called Lights for the Soul.
Okay.
They're going to be making candles and handmade soaps, and also some really cool leather bracelets and aromatherapy.
Wow.
Lights for the Soul. My Closet Vintage, which will be coming a little sooner. They're going to be selling vintage clothing.
Mhm.
And Ceci Stones. I got to check here again what Ceci does. She does artisan handmade jewelry. And then we've got a couple other ones. We've got, I got a call this afternoon from a young lady that does like Mexican style products, which are really, really cool.
Mhm.
And then we've also got a person named or Gifted by Nature, which are sugar scrubs.
Oh.
That's super cool. And I know that I have one more here. I have to look for it. It's let's see. Oh, Ceci Stone. So yeah. So we've got a couple of those kind of vendors coming through. We will have a produce vendor there.
Mhm.
And this is going to happen every Saturday starting February 19th from 2 to 6 p.m.
Nice.
Really excited. Actually, I hope that this will be helpful for you, Abby. It would be great to have you there as Elemental Living.
Yeah.
And to give you some visibility and exposure to our community. I know that at some point, Pure Water Factory will be joining us, Elliot
Yeah.
Durant. And we're going to have live music. There's going to be some entertainment. I'm working on a speed dating.
What? What?
Speed dating. That's cool. It's a company based out of
I thought you were the only 20-something-year-old.
I'm the only
Yeah,
20-year-old.
what's the age range on
The
this?
speed dating will have two.
I thought you were the only one.
We don't like
Two
20s here.
We're gonna work on two groups. We're gonna work on a 20-year-old group, and we're gonna work on a 30-year-old group. So speed dating.
Okay, we'll work on the 30 group. You work on the 20. We're like a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Speed dating, and we're also
Nope.
gonna do. And this was really exciting. And Flora, I think you'll probably be joining us for
Okay.
this one.
What?
The Vespa Mia
Oh yes.
Vespa Club
Mhm.
will be
The
joining us. I'm
Vespa
gonna do that
Club?
one more time.
The Vespa.
Vespa Mia Vespa Club, based out of Miami Beach, Florida.
Mhm.
We are
Vespa.
organizing a meetup on February 19th. This is going to start at Cafe Umbria.
Mhm.
Where's that?
It's on South Beach.
Cool.
We're going to meet up there, take a ride
Ride.
from Cafe Umbria to Market Kitchen,
Mhm.
which is again Ponce Mallorca, right
Mhm.
across the street from the new Target.
Yep.
Have a cup of coffee. We're then going to do a guided tour of Coral Gables.
By you?
Do you have to have
No,
a
by
Vespa?
my father.
Oh,
By
nice.
Ralph
nice.
Cabrera himself, guest from episode number 4,
Nice.
numero cuatros. And my dad's going to give a tour of a couple historical sites throughout Coral Gables.
Cool.
We're going to go to the Coral Gables Farmers Market because that'll also still be happening at the time.
Mhm.
We're going to go to the Water Tower, maybe the Country Club. I think we want to take the ride down to Matheson Hammock, which is a really cool view. You can see
Mhm.
all of Biscayne Bay. Then we're going to make our way back to Bay 13 Brewery, and we're going to chill
Your
there
favorite place.
Yeah.
at the Makers Market because that's where the Makers Market
That's
is
where we
hosted.
always-
Love it.
And if and this is a really cool opportunity. We'll a lot of partnerships with
Yeah.
Resource City and all that. So the Vespa Mia group will be meeting again on February 19th. I want to give anybody that is a Vespa owner some information on that because
Not me.
you definitely have to come to this.
On the back, I'm sure somebody could take you.
Ooh.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
you should
I was gonna
go.
say, I'm sure somebody could take her on the back of their Vespa.
So
we're
it's going to
asking.
start at noon. The
So-
Sobe meetup at Cafe Umbria, noon to 1. We're going to go stop number 2 at Market Kitchen, Coral Gables, 1:15 to 2 p.m. And then the 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. guided tour of Coral Gables by Ralph Cabrera himself.
Love it.
He has a Vespa name, by the way. Her name is Luna.
Mm.
Love
Luna.
It. Luna.
And then we're going to come back to Bay 13 at about 3:15 to chill and hang out at the Makers Market. And hopefully Abby will be there.
That's what I was saying. Can
Yes.
we take her on the ride?
We should
Maybe
bring
you
Abby on the
could take
ride.
her,
Oh,
or
I got to be at the
somebody-
market. So unfortunately, I won't be at the ride.
Or maybe
I'm a
somebody else to take her.
I'm
on.
sure we'll find someone
find somebody
to
on
give
the-
you a ride, Abby. That'd be a lot of fun.
All right. Let's find
Uh,
somebody to give me a ride.
I don't know. Have you ever ridden a Vespa before?
I have not.
They are so much
You
fun.
from Philippines? You've never been on a moped or some kind of thing.
Well, a moped, but it's
But
not
it's
a
the same
Vespa.
thing. Okay,
They're-
not a Vespa.
Not a Vespa.
Okay, I promise to give you a free pass. This is free pass to ride a Vespa. I'll
Okay.
give you a ride.
I love it.
We'll have to do it. We're neighbors, so it's easy.
Yes, it is. We
Yeah,
are neighbors.
We're neighbors, Coral Gables residents ourselves. So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up over the next.
Sounds
couple
like
weeks.
it.
We've
Yeah.
got so this Clutch University crawl. Then we have the Clutch crawl itself. It's going to be very similar. Why are you laughing, man?
I don't know.
Andres is over there. He's
We hear
got
background noise.
a Vespa's not a moped. My dad says. I'm so sorry, Flora.
Oh.
He's calling you out.
Thank you so much.
Listen, English is my third language. I'm just
I was like, I've never been on a
picking
Vespa.
words. I don't know the
There's
right
so much
words.
fun.
Moped, yes.
They're Italian. There's a different thing. We've got the Clutch crawl coming up. We
The
have
Italian dream,
the
right
Italian
there.
dream.
The Vespa.
We have the Coral Gables Farmers
La Dolce
Market
Vita.
coming up every Saturday until March. This is from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm very excited. I now serve on the Coral Gables Parks and Recreation Advisory Board.
Mhm.
I had our first meeting today.
Oh,
Compliments to our chairwoman, Monica. She is incredible. We had some great discussion this morning. We've got a bike tour coming up. Bike Walk Coral Gables has their next
Ooh.
tour on February 20th. Ladies in Coral Gables. Say historic women of Coral Gables.
Cool.
oh.
So I
that'd
think
be
that's
fun.
very awesome. And there's just so much happening around town all the time. So
Mhm.
you're never short of something to do.
It's a
I
very
mean, last
poppin'
night I
place.
got a call from a friend of mine. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to Vizcaya?" Now, don't hold this against me. I don't know if you ladies have ever been to Vizcaya.
I have.
Yeah.
I had never been there.
No way.
What?
I have lived in Florida all my life, South Florida all my
Never
life,
even
and I've
been
never
there for
been
a
to Vizcaya.
wedding or
Never.
something. Like,
Never,
A
not even for
wedding.
quinceañeras.
Come on.
And I went to Vizcaya for the first time last night. It was
Yeah.
absolutely spectacular. It
Vizcaya
was for
weddings are
Black History
beautiful.
Month.
They are. But a lot of bugs.
There are a lot of bugs. It's right there in the bay.
They are.
It was for Black
The
History
water.
Month.
It's
And,
beautiful, but lots of bugs.
and they had they were demonstrating artwork and stories of the Bohemian workers that built the mansion, which was great to learn so much about that Black history in South Florida. Ladies, thank you both very, very much for joining us today. We actually are very over time, and
Oh.
Andres was generous not to pull the 5-minute
the
sign up on me. Can we take a quick minute to put some of our comments up on the screen? I'm really excited. Michael Miller gave us a hello. Dr. Abbey Hernandez from Billy Chow. He says that you're an amazing health professional. Billy, thank you.
How is this? Is this streaming somewhere?
This is streaming live. You didn't know that? You
No.
ladies didn't know this was streaming live this entire time?
No, I knew it was streaming.
My
and
I
dad
didn't know
said-
what's happening.
Every-
Son,
Everything
I'm
was
sorry I missed your
streaming. I
show
thought there
today.
was
I had
gonna be
that thing to do
something cut.
work. He's making meatballs.
Okay.
Hello, Nick. Michael Miller. Thanks, Mike or Michael, for watching our show. And then again, my dad's saying that Vespas are not mopeds. Sorry, Flora.
it's just
Vespas
that
are
it's
not
I
my
couldn't help but
I
laugh when
don't
You
you
did.
commented that. I was
They're
just
called-
like, "Yep, you
No, I
corrected,
couldn't-
get corrected."
I couldn't help
Hilarious.
but laugh when you put the sunglasses on. He's sitting behind the
I
screen. and just
know.
threw on a pair of sunglasses. I'm like,
I
where'd
know.
those come from? Those are
Hilarious.
so cool. Hilarious.
Yeah, I just found these on the table. I was like, "What? Well, yeah, might as
Mhm.
well,
We're all here laughing
They're all
at you.
key
Yeah.
to
might as well just
enjoying
flex
stuff.
off screen."
So
The
that's so
off-screen
funny.
flex over here
And
with the
if you wanna
sunglasses.
call it-
I do have to say, I miss Tony today.
Oh,
It's so much fun to have him here on the show.
I
I hope he's
know.
watching. A lot of love for him, and he's got a
Aw.
great, great concept here with not even a concept. This program of Resourcity, what we're doing is truly incredible. It's all
Yeah.
about community, and our motto is "Long live local." And that's
Yeah.
why we talk so
I
much
love
about
that.
things happening locally,
I love
whether
that.
it's someone like yourself, Flora, who's networking and building her business here in South Florida, or Abby, building your business in Coral Gables, Elemental Living, getting involved in chambers, and just amazing people doing amazing things.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank
And-
you both. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you've been an amazing host by yourself.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
job,
Thank you.
Nick.
You-
Nicholas.
Nicolas.
Nicolas.
I'm gonna go ahead and out myself here. Actually, my nickname is Wawa. Wawa. WAWA.
Wait, like the chain of like what do you call it?
I like.
grocery stores in
Yeah.
Philadelphia and Pennsylvania.
Not actually, sort of, but not exactly. This is a nickname my sister
Because I
gave
went
for
to
me.
school in Philly, so Wawa just brings that.
Yes, Wawa. I actually
Like a gas
this past
station
summer
thing or
I was up in
something.
Delaware and I discovered Wawa for the time. We have one here in South Florida.
Do you?
It's right by the BJ's on 8th Street.
Okay.
But I went to Delaware this past summer. I spent a couple weeks there, and there were Wawas everywhere. And I went
Oh.
every morning to get a cup of coffee and a little breakfast sandwich at
Their
Wawa.
sandwiches are
They're so good.
But they're called
The
hoagies. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I've
They're
never
called
been there. I
hoagies.
don't know.
They're not called sandwiches.
Yes, hoagies.
The
And
hoagie.
Michael's coming over here. It's time to-
Uh-oh.
he's telling us to
Like,
cut it out. Yeah, cut
All
it
right.
out.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you again for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Wawa is a nickname that my sister gave me.
Okay.
In the City streams Thursdays at 3 p.m. right here from Miami Community News. We need to beat a record of 2,600 views and get over 3,000 for this one so that these ladies can get a round of drinks on me.
Yay. Round of drinks. Come
We
on,
will
guys.
see you guys again next Thursday. Thank you for joining us. Long live local.